Hi, I'm Jerry Katzman, and welcome to the official Dirty Sexy podcast hosted by ABC.com. Well, the Darlings had a week off thanks to the CMA Awards last Wednesday night, but don't worry, the show will be back on November 19th. And, as if to make up for lost time, this week is twice the sexy. Check it out.
Are you ready to help me with that little thingy I need help with?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming right up.
That's the second hand slam against a shower wall this season. Now, in case you missed the first one a few weeks ago, here it is again, courtesy of Nola Lyons.
Who taught you how to play hardball?
You?
I like it.
There seems to be a little something more going on with Nola's hand than with Karen's. Let's check them out again, this time side by side. Nola seems to do the slam and wiggle, while Karen opts for the classic slam and slide. Two diverse movements with one common message. If this shower's rockin', don't come a-knockin'. Of course, body parts are never in short supply here on Dirty Sexy Money, and some of the sexiest parts belong to Natalie Z and Blair Underwood. This week, we have part 2 of our exclusive interview with the newly engaged Karen Darling and Simon Elder, and we're talking about you know what. There's a scene where you have lingerie on from the first season, which apparently is one of the most downloaded, uploaded, watched scenes in the universe. Now this, and they love the lingerie. This season, is there the same amount of lingerie?
No, there's way less.
What?
More flesh.
Oh, well,
way
no, that's
less
true.
Lingerie. My kingdom for a nightie. I mean, really, it's like pasties and boy pants.
That means if we go into a third season, we may have to
it will
break.
be on Cinemax.
Cable. We must go to cable. That's
awesome.
the next level.
Yeah.
You guys are in pretty awesome shape because you're always taking off and putting on.
Because we don't eat on those days. We're talking about. We're like, oh, what are you gonna eat after this? I'm gonna have a steak. I'm gonna go to In-N-Out. Yeah, like we fantasize about our meals when we have to do those naked scenes.
Really?
Last night, halfway through the day, I had like a bag of barbecue chips I could not wait to get to until we wrapped.
Oh yeah, he was like carrying them around. And then remember the shower scene where we were like, steak and potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
We have like another hour. Yeah.
In-N-Out, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm just screaming about In-N-Out.
But wait a second. You're saying on the day you have to shoot, no, and then the minute it's
Which
over.
doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense because
exactly.
it takes like 3 days to maintain. I mean, it's silly. It's all up here, but still, it makes you feel skinnier.
Here's what I really want to know: is that like, here you are playing these very passionate characters, and then you go home to whoever you're dating or you're married to, and this may be wrong, but when you learn whatever you learn from these scripts and you play these characters, does what you do in the script that works translate into real life well?
Oh,
Damn, Jerry, you get deep on the
that's
podcast.
big.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Does it translate? You want to take
No,
that?
I'm going to say no, just because it's such a different world.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is. Like, we are playing characters.
Yeah.
It's not King Lear, but it is. It's suspended disbelief. So, yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of that.
But yet you push each other away. You're saying, I don't want to marry you anymore. You're saying, I'm not that. And that works, right? And that kind of works in real
Reverse
life.
psychology.
Right? I mean...
Well, it's some interesting psychology. I mean, because really Craig Wright, who was the creator of the show, and really this is in very many ways his voice, is very complicated and very brilliant.
Complicated.
And he comes up with some things. I mean, I'll tell you this. There's a scene where basically Simon lays out his entire plan to Nick, Peter Krause's character. He says, I'm going to do this, 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 and that. And exactly what he says, Nick falls into that trap. Karen Darling falls into that trap. Just what he said happened when she comes back to him and says, okay, I'm going to marry you. Yeah. And that's after he told him, I'm going to take over the company, I'll make her fall in love with me, and
so many fake
and I'm moving on. Yeah.
There's something about this show that creates... Every week, the fans get more and more interested, and now, as the season's progressing, you're finding more and more and more people talking about it. What would you say to those people who are just rabid for what you do every week?
Keep watching and tell your friends with Nielsen boxes to continue to watch. And really, word of mouth. I mean, it's so difficult, in this age of YouTube and those MTV kids and all that craziness. because there's so much to choose from. But I feel like this is a show that offers something to everyone. If you tune in once, I think it's addicting.
Yeah, but I have to say too, the reason the show is back now is because the fans responded to the show. They love the show, and they blog, they watch your podcast. So keep blogging, by the way. Whether it's abc.com, whatever else, let your voice be heard, because the network and the producers and we do see that stuff. And if something good comes across the line or in our consciousness, say, hey, why don't we try that?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Let me just ask you this last question. What is your most favorite part of playing who you get to play every day?
Me? The fact that he has a very interesting and unique background, the fact that he comes from, he grew up in Russian orphanages. When have we ever seen a African-American man who also has that heritage, which is fascinating to me. The fact that he has all this money, but also the fact that he does have a very dark side.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to both of you exploring those sides. Natalie Z, Blair Underwood, thank you so much for joining us on the Dirty Sexy podcast, and keep doing good work.
All right, thank you.
See you soon.
All right.
Thanks again to the awesome Blair Underwood and Natalie Z. Time now for our exclusive sneak peek at the next episode. And just to prove that Dirty Sexy Money isn't just about skin and sex and lingerie, we've chosen this special, tender, and heartfelt moment.
It's the most precious thing in the world.
Yes, that too is in the episode, but that's not the clip I was talking about. Here, roll the real clip.
You're never gonna get my love, not because you wear all those fancy clothes and have a big fine car. Oh, yes you do now. Do you think you can afford?
Oh, the trouble that follows poor Letitia Darling. See what happens next in The Injured Party, airing Wednesday, November 19th at 10:01 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, only on ABC. I'm Jerry Katzman. You've been watching the official Dirty Sexy podcast hosted by ABC.com. Until next time, it seems like we've got no choice but to be sexy.